subway system here in Kings Row.
All right,
things are about to get messier as we go ahead and start things off.
Will be Denmark on the attack here. So Lind, the big question mark for this, the communication is good. Will he be able to live up to the Zenyatta the team wants? That's the big question.
Already though, Krytox going low. It's going to be triple DPS from both sides. Soldier, Tracer, Genji on either here. And Puto's going to be the first one that falls. Fisher finds that kill. Krytox dashing forward, kind of clips the wall and goes low, so has to think better of that one. And now maybe even retreat. Try to keep himself alive, falls down to about 51 HP. Will stay alive, and Tidewater also going to die. So far, Denmark coming up with those opening frags.
Yeah, I'm getting those picks here early. NZNR will be able to take the kill onto Nerf, though. Builds up the pulse bomb. Looking for Lind here in the back line. Barely misses the stick.
Yeah, doesn't find it, though, and that's going to be a nice little opening here for Denmark to keep pushing forward. Have that second tick coming down with just 3 minutes still on the clock. Might have the cap. Thailand now pushing forward, looking to contest this one out, but Aputo's going to be one of the first ones to fall. NZNR also going down, and Tidewater will be able to answer once Krytox falls, but that's still going to be the cap. Denmark coming on top, have more kills. We'll be getting that as we move into the street space here with a payload. It's 5 minutes, 20 seconds for these guys, so plenty of time to work with to try to get over to point C.
It feels like Thailand definitely got a little bit too conservative with the defense there. They're looking for the big dive in, but D.Va is not in the picture here for Thailand with the triple DPS. Mickey is actually on the Soldier, so if you're a Mickey fan, you're an Apex fan, or an Envious fan, you're used to him being basically on the D.Va, lock in no matter what, but almost it feels like we get to see a new side of Mickey now as he flexes onto the Soldier, and unfortunately not enough dive there to come in and contest the point.
Yeah, so do have him flexing over to that side. Not sure how long they're going to wait to try to change things up, but it might have to happen sooner rather than later because that's going to be the sound barrier. The attack visor coming through as Fisher finds the kill, follows up with the second one as Kurlos goes down. And Denmark are just going to keep the payload moving. Tidewater diving in, trying to get a stop onto this one, but immediate flip to the side, the headshots register, and Fisher's going to fall. Mickey with attack visor halfway done, has to retreat and will just get picked off in the end as Fisher goes on fire with this Soldier play, and the payload is just not being hindered at all, rolling right into the station here for point B, and Denmark, you know, a stronger showing than I think anybody could have anticipated here going up against the likes of Thailand.
Absolutely, and Denmark only really used their support ultimates here. Thailand has a lot, though, to work with, including this Dragon Blade, but he is taken out by Craggy immediately. Mickey is going to switch back onto the D.Va, though, and he'll pick up the pick at the end of the day.
Yeah, immediately finds that kill in onto Krytox, and that's, you know, the reprieve that Thailand desperately needed as a payload just a few meters away from being pushed in. That rollback will finally start coming through, but, you know, held on to that Soldier for maybe a bit too long. Mickey didn't get anything from the attack visor, now has to go back to that cover to the D.Va.
And you have to respect the choice to go back to the D.Va after using the attack visor. Completely useless there, and the lack of attack visor, or sorry, the lack of defense matrix on the side of Thailand was definitely felt there when Fisher was able to carry the fight. Already almost has another attack visor, and that's been the story of Soldiers today, is if there's no D.Va or if there's no block, then Soldier does so much damage.
Well, jump forward comes through there from Nerf, and Kurlos gonna feel the pressure, has to pop that Transcendence, pushes back up towards the cart to try to keep that in contention, but Fisher on the flank does have that attack visor rolling, but a defense matrix from Mickey right in his face. They still will get the pop out on the Mickey, and he is going to die very swiftly thereafter. Craggy and Krytox both coming up with 2 frags each. They follow up with NZNR as Nerf does use that Primal Rage. And that's going to be point B taken for 38.
And just see the protection is real on Fisher. It looks like he's kind of the hyper carry for the team for Denmark, as they're just protecting him to all ends. When Mickey went in deep to try to block him, Denmark just stayed back defensive, knocked Mickey out of the mech, and then again, Fisher's just able to get the kills, get the shots off. And they didn't use a lot to make this happen. Krytox is about to have another Dragon Blade, and Mickey's already lost the majority of his health. This is just a swift push here so far.
Yeah, he will get popped back up a bit, does have that self-destruct now available as well. So Krytox does go down, Panty's finding that kill. But this is backs against the wall with 4 minutes remaining. Leap into the air there from Tidewater, and he just goes down immediately. Fisher yet again, just tracking him straight into the sky. Mickey, knowing that he's going to lose that mech, goes ahead, throws up that self-destruct. Not going to come up with anything, zones him back a little bit, wraps him around the payload. Now going forward, does take down Fisher finally, but he himself will lose the mech yet again. And the payload is still just moving forward, inch by inch. Denmark getting closer to point C.
And they're about to have these important ultimates, the Primal Rage, the Transcendence.
Dragon Blade also available now for them. You can see the sound barrier from Thailand does come through. Mickey just now respawning as they try to hold on to this, but that's going to be the Dragon Blade coming through, and Tidewater has already fallen. Dashing forward, looking for the kill in onto Fanny's. Can't quite find him yet. Transcendence does come through from the side of Kurlos to try to keep everybody topped off as Mickey is trying to deal with Fisher in the back line. They will be able to kill him. The help from NZNR is enough pressure for that Soldier to fall, but Primal Rage from Nerf just smacks NZNR down to the ground, and it seems like Denmark still desperately want to try to get this completion on this push, but with Oputo with a Dragon Blade cutting through should send them back to regroup.
It's like Craggy just going to jump off here, and they are going to reset. They have 3 minutes left, so not the end of the world that they used so many ults to try to make this happen, but they definitely saw the light at the end of the tunnel. They thought they were going to close this out. Nerf, though, used that Primal Rage a little bit late, thought maybe he could buy time, but finally Thailand does regroup. And now we're going to see if Craggy can make a play on the backline, save that pulse bomb, looking for the pick on the Kurlos.
Throws down the pulse bomb, doesn't find the stick, and he's able to back off into the spawn, keeps himself alive, but barely so. And Craggy is still just trying to keep him relegated back towards that spawn. Jumps on him yet again, couple more shots would do it, and there you go, has it. Right as he enters the barrier, takes him down. Self-destruct comes through, Craggy's going to die. No kills from that self-destruct either, so Mickey just kind of throw that one up and buy more time. But Krytox with a Dragon Blade cuts down Panties. He's dead. Kurlos just coming back up on the respawn. Mickey dead as well. Transcendence as they ride it through, looking for the finish, and they'll be able to do it. Denmark, 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining on the clock. Only took them 2.5 to go from B to C.
Yeah.
Fantastic showing here on Kings Row so far.
The support ultimates, we had more consistent ones on the side of Denmark there. The protection was better for the Soldier. And funny as it is, when you think about D.Va-less comps, they both ran the D.Va-less comp at first, but when Mickey switched to the D.Va, he still wasn't able to shut down Fisher because the support and the synergy doesn't seem to be fully, I guess, complete on the side of Thailand. And it looked to me as well that Denmark prepared for Mickey's D.Va. The way they handled when he did come in to deal with those tac visors was really well done. When we see Mickey come in, everyone collapses on Mickey, demechs him, and then that's when the tac visor finds value. Then you see Craggy go in there and get those kills. So yeah. Denmark just really dealing with the D.Va very well, and perhaps maybe Thailand will consider pulling Mickey off the D.Va yet again, like when we started the beginning of Kings Row.
Well, rough start for the side of Thailand. We'll see how they're going to manage their own attack. 2 minutes, 9 seconds, the time to beat if they want to have a superior time bank, but could prove rather difficult because seems like a bit of a disconnect coming through from a lot of these players. Titowat going in solo, just getting picked off, trying to contest by himself on street space when they still had enough time to regroup and then contest the payload. So a bit of poor decision making so far from the side of Thailand overall on that defense. We'll see if they can turn it around. Maybe just kind of, shake off the rust, say, okay, you know what? Let's just dive into this one, reset our mental state, get those grins going on the players' faces, and then just tackle this again. And
Denmark is just willing to continue running the same composition here, the triple DPS on defense. You have to assume they're going to stick with this one. Lind will be running the Ana instead of the Zenyatta. That's really the big change here. And it's going to be better, obviously, in a choke point like this. Krytox is just waiting to see who's coming out of the gates here. Mickey will start on the Widow. You have to imagine he'll switch after getting a little bit of a scalpel. Let's find out as we jump into this one.
He's holding off first.
Let's fire a shot.
A couple shots out there, but doesn't really come up with much. We'll see how long he's going to stick with it. Answer is not very long as he goes back over to the Soldier. So yet again, Thailand are going to be looking to operate with this triple DPS with Mickey flexing over onto the Soldier. And needs to have a much better performance this time around on the attack if this is going to gain them any ground. Yeah,
it seems to be kind of a catch-22 as well because he gets picked off here again by Fisher already, and this is going to be the kill on the Kurlos. It looks like, save here actually coming out by Titowat, but what I mean to say is Mickey on the D.Va, he's so countered by Denmark. They're playing around that so well, so he's switching back to the Soldier, but he just doesn't seem to be as good of a Soldier as Fisher. And how could he be? He plays on Envious, he's a D.Va main. That was his entire role throughout the entire Apex season.
Yeah, I mean, the Soldiers that we usually see are going to be, of course, Taimo coming through, but then when they do run that multiple DPS composition, it's Harry,
yeah.
Now swapping off the Lucio back over onto the Soldier, which is what he had been playing, seasons 1 through 2. So Mickey, this is not going to be the most practiced thing for him, at least in, LAN history recently. But now jumping forward here, Thailand, get that first tick coming through. They will go ahead and peel back towards the initial choke. NCNR goes in, has the pulse bomb, sticks it onto Nerf, tries to leap forward to get that kill, to answer onto the Tracer, at least to get the 1-for-1, but doesn't find it. In the meantime, Fisher, this nano boost does cut down Titowat. They didn't have to use the visor, now pops it.
No protection. Unfortunately, he's not able to find any targets, though. Okay, it looks like they do chase Kurlos out there with Krytox.
Yeah, they drive him out of the hotel, does find it with the Helix rockets there in the end, but like you said, no protection. Mickey doesn't have that D.Va to just go forward with the defense matrix, and Fisher is just having a show of a run of it right now on this Soldier, yet again on fire here for his squad. And Denmark looking to hold firm. 2 minutes 15 remaining here for Thailand on the attack. Only got that first tick so far.
Let's see if they can make this work with all their ultimates. Maybe we'll see Mickey switch afterwards, but they've got another shot at this. They have basically every single ultimate besides the pulse bomb here ready. We're going to see the Primal Rage tossed down first.
But Panties dies right off the bat, and Craigie is able to follow up for Kurlo, so both supports have been taken out. NCNR able to answer one as the Tracer falls, but Nerf with his own Primal Rage goes in, takes out Mickey, and it is just the killing fields here for Denmark. Just clean up Thailand with relative ease. And that is going to put yet another stop drain that much more time off of the bank here. And Denmark, they're just going to be looking for that full hold.
Yeah, now Thailand didn't commit everything here, but Mickey is going to stick with the Soldier. We thought maybe he'd switch to the Deep afterwards. So really just using Tinawatt and Mickey's ults here. Going for another push now, but the Dragon Blade's actually out for Krytog.
But he's going to get jumped on immediately. Great target selection coming through here from Thailand. They immediately just lock onto him and he goes down. So Dragon Blade's going to be nullified. Now Transcendence popped out here by Kurlos as they push in, looking for a bit more contention here onto the point. Nearly have that second tick about halfway there, but the Nanovisor comes down from Fisher and he is still just topped off, firing away, finds Panties with the kill. So T in that one. And now looking for Kurlos, but he will be taken down off the flank. He does fall. Tinawatt coming up with a 2K. And now a bit of a Genji exchange as Krytox dashes his way to a couple kills.
Yeah.
But it seems like that will finally be the cap here for Thailand. They get that, but only 3 minutes 25 remaining in the bank. They need a very swift Streets phase from A to B here if they want to have a decent enough time to even try to match Denmark at the end of it.
I think it's really important to note that Thailand, in their failed push just before the one that actually ended up succeeding, they were willing to hold on to the ultimates, and they had the Dragon Blade pairing there with the Transcendence, the Sound Barrier. That's what ended up winning them this push. So being able to make good decisions on the fly like this, saying, hold on, let's cut this push, let's respawn, let's make this happen with the next one because time was ticking down.
Oh.
Craiggie's looking for that backdoor pulse
He's
bomb.
almost there. Like, do you just wait for the percentage to tick up or do you just go in? Looks like it's going to be the latter. Goes for it, has that pulse bomb ready to go, but already got rid of Kurlos. Tinawatt following it very swiftly thereafter, so doesn't even have to use this ultimate, can just hold on to it for the next skirmish. Gets rid of Panties at the end as well. And Thailand going to be stomped out very swiftly there on the attack. You see off-screen Bionic Grenade kill coming through onto NZNR.
Looks like they're saving up ultimates again, but the big issue I wonder is, will Fisher be able to get the kills again when he has that tac visor, because they're keeping Mickey on the Soldier. He gets picked off here by Kelix of all people, so gonna have to wait for him to respawn before they can even try to use the tac visor of their own. As Denmark has so many ults to use, maybe they could try to bait some out here. That might be the plan on the side of Thailand, as Craigie's still holding on to this one. Primal Rage comes out first.
Jump into the back line. They notices that Mickey is low, just immediately finishes him off. In the meantime, that nano boost does come through onto Krytox, just firing away. Also onto Tinawatt, but he's just going to get cut down. And it seems like, yet again, just very clean stuff from Denmark. They clean up Thailand. And they're just going to keep this rolling.
Very little ultimate usage. The Primal Rage, the Nano Boost, but everyone else holds on to the Sound Barrier, which means Krytox can still have an amazing Dragon Blade. Fisher just waiting for Tinawatt to get mowed down so he can drop that tac visor again. Still Mickey holding on to that tac that he has had for long enough to probably build two of them at this point. He keeps getting picked. Here it comes.
He pops this one down, but immediately all of Denmark just go ahead, kite back around the corner. So Mickey is not really finding any key targets and actually just gets taken out. Fisher winning that fight, a 1v3 essentially, because he was targeted out by so many people. Gets the Helix rockets in, they take him down. Kurlos now falling after he trades one in onto Nerf, and Denmark are yet again just coming out on top. Minute remaining here on the clock. Caputo trying to find something with his Genji, trying to build up for another Dragon Blade, but really doesn't have that much time remaining.
Mickey picked
and Denmark just chucking him all the way back to the spawn.
Yeah, kept stifling the respawns, man. Mickey just put it out blind, and Denmark ducked like prairie dogs there against that first tac visor, and they just held on with all the ult advantage they had. All they have now is support ultimates, but Caputo doesn't have that Dragon Blade. Yeah, Mickey is going to swap now, but it feels like too little too late, Achilleos.
I mean, 35 seconds remaining to try to build up for that self-destruct. He jumps in onto Fisher's, just dashing around, tries to keep himself alive, and with the help of Lind is able to do so. In the meantime, Krytox, Dragon Blade out. Just gets rid of Kurlos, cuts through for a little bit more, can't quite pop the mech there from Mickey, but in the end, he does stay alive. They're staggering Thailand with these respawns, and things are just not looking good for them here on King's Row.
Yeah, definitely not. One more chance with these support ultimates. Maybe if they stagger them, they can buy enough time for Caputo to have a really good Dragon Blade. It's a big if. Maybe NZNR can find the pick too. These are options, these are opportunities for Thailand, but time is of the essence here. This is going to be their last opportunity.
Yeah, there we go. Overtime ticking through. Immediate dive in onto the payload. Comes through from the side of Nerfed. Almost has that Primal Rage ready to go, trying to stay alive until he can get it. There we go, now available. And Tinoat has fallen. Nano Boost in onto the Monkey. Primal Rage gets popped. And he's just smacking everybody around, trying to get them off that payload, so the overtime will tick down. A couple kills do get traded up here for Thailand. As two members of Denmark are dead, they use that sound barrier to try to stay alive. Panty's dangerously low, will die in the end as Nerf finds the kill, but they're still trading back to get rid of both DPS members here from the side of Denmark, and Mickey is just firing away, has the self-destruct ready to go, and for now, Thailand will keep this payload moving, but they still have a ways to go.
This is how you use your ultimates, though. Stagger to the Transcends, then the sound barrier. Buy time for the Dragon Blade to get value. Buy time for Mickey to have that self-destruct. He has this tool. Tinoat's close to that Primal Rage, and they have definitely a real chance of hitting this checkpoint now. Sure, not a whole lot of time left here, even if they do get it, but here comes the self-destruct.
Self-destruct deep into the back, not going to find any kills, but still just delaying Denmark from trying to get up towards this payload. 4.5 meters left to go, and so far Thailand are the ones coming up with the kills. Of Puto finally putting in some work here with the Genji, and that will be the completion, but it's just a minute and 25 remaining on the clock to make it all the way to point C. Have to do that if they want to force the overtime rounds to come through.
And this is Mickey's experience on the D, but the self-destruct, sure, it didn't pull up a 3K, but it forced positioning mistakes. Puto capitalizes, and now they've got, as you said, just over a minute here to finish this one out.
Well, into the back goes Crydox, immediately draws out the Dragon Blade, has to cut back in to take care of a Puto who is wreaking havoc on the back line. This is the Dragon Blade, so just the one kill coming through, but Craggy is able to follow up with one onto NCNR as Denmark tries to retake control over the payload. 50 seconds remaining, and you can see all of Thailand kiting back as they don't want to get staggered, but the kills are still coming through. Panties and Kurlos both going down, losing out on the supports, and that it is already a lost fight here for the side of Thailand. Have to just wait this one out, but realistically have one more push to try to get this payload moving, and then they have to take it all the way to C.
Primal Rage is going to be very unlikely to be available, but the Tac Visor coming out for Fisher. Mickey has to block it. He absolutely has to stop that this time. When it comes out, they've got so many ults available here for the defense. See if Fisher can make this happen.
You can see that's going to be Crydox going down, so a nice start here for the side of Tinoat, but that's going to be the Transcendence matched by the sound barrier.
And the Dragon Blade
tries to kite their way back, but Tinoat is successfully going forward, building up for yet another Primal Rage. Gets Lind in the end, and Kellex has fallen to that Dragon Blade of a Puto. So success here relatively for the side of Thailand, shoving them back towards the spawn. Mickey throwing down that self-destruct, locking them into the spawn point as we now enter overtime. Payload moving forward, 4-man strong, nearly there to see. Can they get it? Would be a massive turnaround for them, and that's a nice start to get rid of Fraggy. The sound barrier now coming down as we see Nerf leaping in, trying to keep this one in contention. Crydox into the back line, has the Dragon Blade drawn out. Kurlos goes down, Panties falls. It's going to be Lind going down as well. Tinoat is finally able to answer one, doubles down, gets rid of Crydox. Nerf falling, he gets Kellex, and Thailand might have just done it. Still a bit back and forth and scrappy onto the point as Mickey desperately tries to buy time for the rest of his squad to join him here. Still relatively healthy though on the Diva with the side of Tinoat, and looks like they might have just done it.
Lin trying to get on here, gets booped away. Here comes Nerf, but he's not there in time.
They push him off, and that is going to be it. They get the completion in overtime. Thailand against the loss, was looking so bad for them from the start. Do make it all the way to point C, but with no time in the bank.
But still, they made it work, and I think the big story here is, sure, perhaps they don't have any time really in the bank, and maybe with this limited overtime, they struggle to complete this map, but they've got a shot. But I think the big learning experience here for Thailand, at least in this first sector of the map, is Mickey's Soldier against this composition from Denmark. They thought it was the better option. He got shut down several times when he did switch back to the Diva, went back to the Soldier. It was not working. He got killed in the backlines by Tracer. He was killed 1v1 against Fisher. And then finally, he got back into the zone on the Diva when he switched back. And the support ultimate usage for Thailand was what brought them to that checkpoint, what brought them to the end. The stagger of the Transcends into the sound barrier, allowing a Puto to have those amazing Dragon Blades that had the supports with it. That was how Thailand was able to close it out. It looked grim, but Mickey's Diva and Panties bringing in that sound barrier, the Kurlos coming in with the Transcends. That's the power of the support ultimate that allows you to build the Dragon Blade, build the self-destructs.
Well, no time on the clock there for Thailand. It means that they just have to get ready to defend this one out as Denmark is going to be on the assault. 2 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. All they need is 33% on point A to take a win on King's Row. So odds definitely stacked against Thailand, and they are yet again going for this triple DPS with Mickey back over onto the Soldier. Fisher immediately getting jumped on, gets topped right back up, has that Orb Harmony to really help him out. Gets pushed back to full HP, does go down in the end as Aputo is able to cut his way through, gets that dash. Now looking for Kurtox as well, is firing away, but Thailand essentially cannot leave this point available.
No, definitely not. Aputo looking really strong on the Genji right now, but he will finally be taken out. Denmark looking
already
strong.
Halfway to the first tick. Somebody's got to get in there and try to contest this one, but nobody can. So just like that, very swiftly, Denmark will come up with the first win as they take King's Row.
Something that we've talked about quite a bit, even in Apex, is a strength on the D.Va. Something else we haven't talked about with Thailand is they are known to run a lot of Widowmaker, but this isn't really the map for it, so we're not going to see that one poke out just yet. And Mickey will once again be on the soldier here.
Thailand really trying to force this one through already. You see Krydok's really nice deflect, but he will get cut down in the end as Aputo finds that kill, and Mickey does get that second frag as Craggy falls, and he's going to double down, get that 2K come through for himself. So much better start, much cleaner start here for the side of Thailand, not losing a single member, taking out 4 of Denmark. Port's going to unlock, and you should expect that they're going to get that first cap coming through.
Yeah, it's going to just spin through here, no one to contest. So they'll grab the first capture and a nice lead in ult charge, especially Mickey, 54 to 35 of Fisher currently. He's going to have the first tack visor.
Well, everybody pushing forward, but the point is going to be back capped at the moment. They will go back and try to hold this one out. Making about 50% of the way there. So cheeky play likely from the side of Craggy trying to get that one done, but now you can see Denmark looking to poke their way back in here, trying to get onto the point so they can get that cap before Thailand can accrue too much. And with these picks coming through, I have to expect that they might be able to do it just about right here. Krydok does fall in the end as Aputo finds that kill. Mickey poking in, does have attack visor available, but he's getting jumped on, going dangerously low, and will just get taken out in the end. And that will be the flip. Only 27% there, and now Denmark, they're going to have that defender's advantage, can just fight wave after wave of Thailand members coming through, trying to take that point. So
the Fisher
build up for those ultimates very swiftly.
The Fisher hello there as well, and you can tell every time we have this first-person view of Fisher, if no one is pressuring, if Titawat isn't going in there, he always shoots Mickey first. You can tell he's in the
well, that's going to be the
kill
start coming through already, though, as the pulse bomb comes in. Attack visor from Fisher does take out Aputo, and Nerf just jumps forward. That's going to be a second kill there for Fisher with the Helix rockets, locking onto the Tracer, the very elusive ones.
So Thailand's now built up a lot of ultimates, but Denmark has too, because they got the flip very ult efficiently, if you will, really only using the tack visor in that last fight. Thailand still has a huge opportunity here with the big 6 that they're going to run in. Titawat just barely not having that primal rage will in the fight. Let's see if they can make these support ultimates allow Aputo to make the big plays, just like we saw before, with no tack visor to worry about. Doesn't matter that Mickey's not on the D.Va this time. And here comes up Krydok's actually first with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah, he's going to start things off, goes right over onto Mickey, but the attack visor comes through, and NZNR is there to pick up the pieces. Finishes him off as he drops down onto that low ground as Thailand really wants to get back in onto the point. Primal Rage will be forced down here by Nerf, just trying to keep everybody away from that as they continue to take up closer and closer to 70%. Everybody cutting back almost towards the spawn here as he just keeps smacking around. Thailand has still not been posturing forward onto the point to try to get that cap, and they are still losing members. Titawat going down as well as Kurlos yet again. Now Panties under fire. Has not died yet, but has to still try to get himself out of here. Discord over the end. The help of Fisher will take him out, and Denmark's going to hold strong, 85%.
Denmark had the initiative in that push. They were the ones who initiated the fight, got the better exchange, and Thailand panicked. They dropped down a few ultimates without really being able to chain them together. Fisher and Lind nearly built up their ultimates. Fisher does have the tack visor, so they have the ult advantage, and Thailand now has to make a desperate push.
NZNR coming into the back line, just trying to get rid of Lind, and a couple more shots would do it, but in the meantime, the rest of Thailand has just gone down. The team kill completed as overtime barely got tagged in, and Denmark, with relative ease, will go ahead and pick up the win here on Night Market.
This is the guy, man. Fisher is owning this map right now, and you can tell every time he's left a moment where he is free to shoot and he can choose targets, Mickey is his target. He wants to remove that DPS, and I think that's part of the reason why Aputo has been kind of the one who's getting the kills and racking up the points, is because the focus has been dealing with Mickey, whether he's on the D.Va coming in to stop Fisher, or if it's Fisher just versus Mickey in a 1v1, and Mickey still wants to play the D.Va, doesn't want to switch it out just yet. It's just been sticking with it so far and showing unwillingness to swap, but Fisher has been able to carry as a result, and I think Aputo needs to step it up with the support ultimates, as I was saying before, or Mickey needs to switch to the D.Va, and he does switch now, so I'm very happy to see this. A more familiar hero for our Thai player.
And we'll be pushing through. Helps him mitigate a lot of that DPS that Fisher's able to output. You see that Biox field thrown down as he barely stays alive in the end. Will still be there to offer up some DPS here for the side of Denmark, but Nerf's going to be the first one to fall. Followed very swiftly by Krydok. So Thailand, yet again, a very strong start here on control, but can they transition this into the cap? It seems like the answer is going to be no, because Denmark is trying to get back in here. They will go ahead and get that one.
Yep, Denmark backed away. Looks like they might contest, but they shouldn't really have any tools to make that happen. Tidewatt's going to actually hold the high ground here to look to drop on unsuspecting Denmark. Actually going on to Fisher. So we have a first-person view swap suddenly, but Nerf will get the kill into Pennies. Actually, Tidewatt does finally get the kill into Kelix, but it's a wipe for Denmark.
Reminiscent of Night Market already. Is going to stomp them out. This time not even 27%. They'll just get them right at 19. Denmark will get that retake.
It just felt like the attack there for Thailand on approaching Denmark was not really very coordinated. Different targets being focused there. You've got a Tracer shooting at one DPS. You've got Winston trying to attack the other instead of focusing on one target. So got a little bit messy there for a moment.
Yeah. You see, that was the game plan. They wanted to just kite back, wait for the respawning members to join them up, go in as a full 6, and now they're looking to hold on as Krytok strolls out. That Dragon Blade goes dangerously low, has the deflect to mitigate a ton of damage, pops the mech from Mickey, knocking him out. They can just leave him in that Baby Diva form, but instead Nerf is just going to go ahead, leap on him, takes him out. Oputo able to pick up a kill for Thailand, but that's about as good as it gets at the moment for them, as Denmark has already exceeded the percentage gain of Thailand.
That was
they don't look like they're going to stop anytime soon.
That was such a great Dragon Blade for Krytox too. In that choke point, it was able to basically hit everybody. This isn't the end of the world for Thailand because they have an ult lead now because of the usage of Denmark's ultimates there, but Fisher's still holding on to this tack visor, and he's going to look for the angle.
It's nearly 5 available.
First.
Yeah, we'll go ahead, jumps in, the Transcendence comes through immediately. Trying to keep them alive, and you can see just going to be a bit of a Genji battle in the end. Puto is able to come out on top of that one. Sound barrier down here from Thailand as they try to regain control of this. Halfway on that take so far, but some nice time buying coming through there from Kelix, trying to delay this from being handed over, but in the end, the flip will be there. 20% now for Thailand, ticking upwards, 70 accrued for Denmark. So a bit more competitive here from Thailand. Didn't have to invest all of their ultimates, but still a fair few of them, 3 of them being dumped in, but they have that Dragon Blade, they have that self-destruct ready to go.
Puto actually showing patience there, not popping it down despite the support ultimates being used. He knew he didn't need it. He's going to use it now. Finds a nice angle here with Tidewatt. Knocks Krytox out of the fight already.
Yet again, has the kite back, so doesn't get the full gain of that Dragon Blade, can't come up with another kill, but they do get rid of Krytox, which is going to be a very crucial one. But for now, they just want to try to match that percentage, if not exceed it, from what we see from Denmark. Craggy does go forward, finds Kurlos, a nice opening here for the Danes as they look to get this retake. He will get popped out of that mech in the end. Craggy just going to go ahead his way out of there.
Denmark also getting dangerously close to their big 6, so if they actually are able to grab this without using really any ultimates, then Thailand is going to be in some serious trouble here for this best of 3, as they are going to get the retake, and now they've held on to almost everything. The Transcendence available. Krytox is going to be potentially the next big playmaker here.
Yeah, I mean, Fisher nearly has that tack visor ready to go as well. And we see a bit of a Tracer battle here. Will be the recall coming through from NZNR, cutting his way back out of there, and Kurlos goes down off screen. So Denmark will have a nice stagger on that Zenyatta respawn now coming up. And again, very far away from the Transcendence at the moment. 60% could take him a little while. Needs an extended fight
Let's see
where he doesn't die to try to get this one. Pulse bomb comes through from NZNR, doesn't find the stick. Transcendence will come out from the side of Lind as they push in, trying to maintain control over the point, because now we're into overtime. Fisher with the tack visor, firing away, and Krytox rolls out the Dragon Blade as well, cutting his way through Mickey, who's just didn't have the opportunity to turn around to try to answer a kill. Mickey's going to die in the end. Krytox finding him with a shuriken. Self-destruct, not going to gain anything really here for Thailand. And overtime is ticking down. It might just be the 2-0 here on Lijiang, and it will be Denmark picking up another win.
No, I was going to say, let's see what they put.
The moon could have seen that.
Anyone could have seen it, man.
Yep. But here we go. It seems like everything's taken care of. We are ready to start up the map. And it seems like it's going to be Denmark here on the attack initially, as they start moving their way over towards point A. Thailand will be operating with that Reaper of Puto, picking that one up for himself, and already Fisher going rather low, but off screen it's going to be Lind who actually trades a kill over, gets rid of Kurlos, so just some support on support action. Starting things off, NZNR will be able to finish off Krytox, so one of the crucial DPS members of Denmark has been eliminated, but there's still so very many of them as they get ready to push in, looking for that first cap.
Again, Fisher just completely uncontested. Even though Mickey is on the Diva, he just can't get into the right spot here. Puta will live despite the Discord. Is going in deep, though. That wasn't the right direction to run.
Bumped right up into the air. Not even going to be really building up anything for that Death Blossom, as the first tick is already gained here for Denmark. And honestly, going to be riding this up to 2. And will we see a last-second contest from Thailand? Seems like they just want to go ahead and call for the retreat.
Perhaps
so
that's
7 minutes, 5 seconds here for Denmark on that take.
Yeah, perhaps that's why Aputo did just run in there, wanted to die, respawn, and get set up for the point B defense. But this is a huge time bank to work with. But already questions answered. We do have the swaps here. The Diva coming out for Mickey. We'll see if he can make it work better than the Soldier. As Krytex will also similarly be swapping over to the Reaper.
Well, the answer so far is not really promising, as Mickey is going to be the first one to fall. Kidowatt also going down very swiftly thereafter, but Aputo is able to eliminate Fisher, so a nice crucial one. And NCNR comes up with a double pulse bomb. Kelix and Nerfed both going down, and Thailand finally trading forward, trading up over Denmark. Will be stopping that push. Not able to get that first tick are the Danes, but still they have plenty of time to work with. Krytox going to be moving back over.
Well, you're so happy when you have 7+ minutes on assault maps, because you might be able to, this 6 ultimate, big 6 come out here for Denmark isn't going to be the only one they're going to get with 6 minutes left. They could perhaps even have 3 built up throughout the course of this. Krytox does switch over off the Reaper, but here comes the attack. The first push of many we're going to see from Denmark.
Yeah, sound barrier comes through, and Fisher has that attack visor firing away, looking for a pick here on NZNR. Will be able to get him with the help of Kelix in the end, but the Death Blossom now down here from Aputo comes up with a kill onto Craggy, and hasn't really been punished too much yet. There we go. As I say, that does get moved back, and he'll get taken out by Fisher from the backside. Bit of exchanges back and forth here. Thailand, of course, going to have that faster run back here with a respawn right in front of the point. But the first tick nearly comes through from Denmark, but seems like they're going to go ahead and have to perhaps peel back yet again. Sound barrier will be thrown out here from Thailand. Not sure if that was entirely necessary for them to hold on to the point for now. Yeah, but they invested all the same.
We didn't see the full protected nano. Oh boy. This isn't the first time we've seen this from Craggy. He's shown it a lot recently, but we did see the swap over from Mickey back to the Soldier.
He's
Nano's still available. And yeah, he's going to attack Bastion here, as they say. He's hiding it for now. Wants to actually wait for the setup here when the team runs in. So Fisher's also swapping over to the Diva. He's going to set up, and then we're going to see Craggy just go into sentry mode there and look for the kills.
Well, Krytox going forward, finds the kill here onto Panties. Will get swept in the end.
Building up so much meter, you can see too on the Bastion.
Yeah, 50% nearly there. NCNR coming in from the backside, but does not have that pulse bomb to take him out immediately. And that's going to be 2 ticks picked up here from Denmark. So the pressure from this Bastion actually working out quite a bit, and nobody from Thailand gets onto the point. Mickey yet again over onto the Soldier.
Sometimes surprise a Bastion.
I mean, 4 minutes 41 seconds on point B take on Horizon, which has been so very difficult for every team so far overall. And I mean, they just take it like it's nothing with an attack Bastion.
So this is not something that should be super shocking for Thailand, considering that Craggy has played this hero before. This is not the first time he's just popped over the Bastion on attack. We've seen it in other tournaments, but the way that they did it was the sneaky part. They dove in, they had the Dragon Blade out, they committed a lot of resources to get Craggy into position. And even though the majority of that first tick up of his ult meter was shown off screen, I'm able to watch it. He did a massive amount of damage to everyone on the side of Thailand. And even though he didn't even need to use the tank configuration, he pushed everyone from Thailand back. They had to think for a minute, okay, how do we deal with this? We got to swap quickly. I had no idea this was coming. And in that moment, everyone got low. Everyone had to go back to the spawn to heal up. And Denmark just caps in that moment. And it all happens in a flash when you hide that Bastion pick. And you know, not normally the most viable hero in an attack composition, but when used like this, it could throw off Thailand. And now they have this massive time bank.
I mean, it just kind of sent them scattering, and just they weren't really sure what to do. Had NZNR had a pulse bomb ready to go, you know, had that sneak up from behind that flanking position, could have thrown it out, gotten rid of the Bastion, and maybe wouldn't have been so much of an issue. But the timing of it coming through from Craggy, just very well done. But now Denmark, massive time bank accrued for them, 4 minutes 41 seconds. And with teams already struggling to complete the map, and Thailand with their struggles so far, this is going to be a very tall order for them to go ahead and finish this map.
Well, Aputo going to switch back to the Genji. He didn't really find as much, even though I was happy to see him on the Reaper. Didn't actually find as much as I thought he might there. Now going to be to the more comfort hero and Mickey as well. The Diva, the one we've been wanting to see. Started with the defense on it, switched to the Soldier. Didn't find value. It's now or never now on Horizon.
You see that Denmark are changing things up. Craggy's actually going to be on the Soldier instead of Fisher, who's now running over onto the Diva. So they will be altering their style for this defense.
Self-destruct can buy you so much time, and Obviously, Fisher not really a Soldier main, so we thought we might see more Soldier from the other members. It's going to be Craggy in this case.
Well, pickup coming through there as Krytox does go down, just now about to be respawning, and Craggy will fall as well. Aputo putting in some work here with this Genji, will be slept, but can they even capitalize on the kill? The answer looks like it's going to be no, as Lind and Nerf both go down, and this could be yet again another very swift cap on point A, but this time for Thailand. So far, just that first tick coming through, but it's going to be a lot of late respawns for the side of Denmark. They're trying to delay as best as possible with Kelix, but with the Discord Orb, that Lucio will go down very swiftly, so the cap should be here in Thailand, just a few seconds behind Denmark.
Yeah, and they have the ult advantage, only slightly for pennies on the Lucio, because Kelix is such a good Lucio player, is able to do so much damage, survive so long, but they do have the ult advantage as well, so this could be an opportunity to use their first big six as they come in. Pulse Bomb's in the first, unfortunately does not connect. Eaten there by Fisher.
Yeah, able to move over to the side, not going to get taken down by that one. Aputo here with the Dragon Blade, just diving in, trying to cut anything that moves, will knock Fisher out of that mech and help take down Nerfed as well. And already Thailand in onto the point, have that first tick coming through. Now looking for Kelix yet again. They will take him out, and that should be 2 ticks at minimum just about here for these guys. So
yeah, they could actually
they're trying to zone them out, and they're going to be looking for it. Dive back in, coming through from Denmark, trying to buy as much time as they possibly can, but Nerfed yet again is just going to fall, and Thailand might be able to go ahead and beat the time bank of Denmark at the end of this. Not over yet though. Fisher goes in, popped out of the mech immediately, and that will be the sound barrier thrown down by Panties, trying to keep everybody healthy and into the fight, and so far it's working out very well here for the side of Thailand, trading up multiple kills, now 5 dead on the side of Denmark, waiting for those respawns. Nerf's gonna fall. That's just gonna be the map, and Thailand bets the time of Denmark by 1 minute and 12 seconds.